reception, it's just the source is screwed up somehow. Didn't realize there was somebody in the chat just called the Axel. Did they put out the new Rocko's Modern Life thing yet? Oh yeah. Every Streets of Rage game you can cheese like this. Just time your punches and you can just stun lock. Unless you screw it up like that, because you try to be fancy. Yep. It's just really satisfying to play as Skate and then just pick up people and chuck them into pits. Like that. But there's no pit here. But if there were, it would have been satisfying. Why are the streets angry? The streets aren't angry, they're just disappointed. Like your parents. Streets of disappointment. Streets of, oh, we expected so much better from you. I learned it from watching you, Streets. Streets of, why can't you be more like your brother? I'm winning. Am I projecting? Well, I don't have a brother, so no. You could also do this in Golden Axe. If you time it right. I kind of want to go back and play Metal Gear Solid 2 as well, speaking of brothers. Brothers! No! I was rewatching that Digital Foundry video they have on it. And it kind of put into perspective how mind-blowing it was at the time. But I didn't have a PlayStation 2 until like 2005. I mostly just wanted it for Katamari. And Final Fantasy X. No, I just had Nintendo stuff. Nintendo and Sega. Sega kid mostly, and then Nintendo. You're amazed I'm not an anime junkie. I'm really not. Every now and then I think, oh, maybe I should watch anime, and then I decide, no, I'm good. Anime is a gateway drug. I already dressed up like Hatsune Miku. Is that enough? That's like extra dose of anime on my skin. Oops. Nope, stop that! Give me this. No, no! Man, the soundtrack in this game is so good. I did watch all the episodes of Inuyasha because I don't know. I don't know why I did that, but I did. And it wasn't very good, but I enjoyed it. That's kind of like all I got. And I know it's not the right answer. It's like saying you prefer milk chocolate to dark chocolate and everyone's all like, what? That's not the right answer! You have to get the one with the high cacao percentage. You know what? It went down easy. Much like a Hershey's bar. What is FLCL? It was great. It was super formulaic, but I enjoyed it. I don't know. Why is my window shaking? The story's a blur to you. That's because it was like 1,000 episodes and they were all the same. Man, I cannot get the dash right. No! Ugh. I don't know why I even bought this expensive wireless card when the really cheap USB thing is doing a way better job. Is Full Metal Alchemist the one with the giant robot that sounds like an 8-year-old? Yes. Okay, there you go. See, I know things. It's not a robot. No. Well, now you spoiled it. Is it just like a weird skin condition where he's just metal? I was auditioning for Tin Man in my high school play, but I can't get this paint off. It's revealed he's not a robot in episode 32. Is it really? Is it like Mega Man Battle Network, where his brother dies, but they have to keep his consciousness alive in a computer? Oh, is it really? Just joking. Oh, speaking of Hitler, I was not sure if I should ever go and play the older Persona games. Every time I think of playing 2, I kind of think, Every time I see like the battle system or something, it just seems super antiquated. Yeah, it's probably mostly just the Shin Megami Tensei game at that point. What about that new one they're making on the Switch? That is pretty terrible, 2 is okay. Well, there was like the updated port for the PSP, I think? Man, the PSP was so good. I get into this topic every time I stream, but man, it is so true. PSP just reminds me of the Dreamcast. Like, it's super ahead of its time and feels like it's full of weird, quirky things. Oh yeah, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Forgot about that. No! Watch, there's a turkey in there. Oh, just an apple. Oh, the Zune was also really good. I barely use my Wii U for anything. I played Smash Brothers, which I don't think I could play anymore online because they changed the way my network works. And then like a couple hours of Wind Waker. Oops. Before Breath of the Wild came out. And I thought, oh, I like Zelda. But Wind Waker's not that great of a game. And I ordered mine refurbished from Nintendo, and there's a weird part on the tablet screen that looks like somebody pressed their finger onto it. And there's a bizarre circle of pixels that are always sort of on, but only when the screen is dark. I ended up watching the Giant Bomb Wii U launch screen, or stream, fairly often. I mean, you know, not like a weekly thing, but when I'm just looking for something to throw on in the background to fall asleep to, I've probably played that a few times. Yeah, I just want to die at Comcast.net. It was kind of like the whole time the classic gang was together. Or the last time the whole classic gang was together, sorry. Wind Waker played well, and I liked the sailing, it just the dungeons weren't that great. And Forsaken Fortress sucks. So much. My internet's kind of awful, and I have to do work for my actual job, so probably not a main stream tonight. I'm just zoning out at the moment before I decide to be productive. Oh yeah, and I stream Tuesday. Go away. I was really expecting a better Giant Bomb Switch launch stream. Yeah. I guess there's not a lot of content for it, but I remember being really disappointed for that. Because most of the time a new console comes out, the only reason I seem to get excited for it or interested in it is just to see, like, the launch stream videos. Not really because I want to buy them. But I watched the Saturn stream. Yeah, that was pretty good. Was that before or after Drew left? I really wish they'd do more ranking of fighters segments, because I think that's... Ugh, I hate when that happens. I think that's one of their better segments. With just Jason and Jeff playing old fighting games. It's like boo, as we say in America. Kind of strange to me how much Giant Bomb premium content just sort of has become PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Although I guess that game kind of is a juggernaut at this point. Do I like Ben? He's alright. The problem is he's not really distinct, I think. He doesn't seem to add a whole lot in a lot of conversations I've seen. You know, like he doesn't fight Jeff on anything like Dan did, or seem to have like the same sort of knowledge of everything else Jeff is into, like a bunch of West Coast rap or whatever, like Ryan had. Or is just like as wacky as Vinny or any of that. You know, like he's there, he just doesn't seem to contribute a whole lot. It's like a second Brad, yeah, pretty much. You know, maybe he'll come into his own the longer he's there, who knows. Probably hard to join a group of people that are all pretty personality driven and then immediately hope to jive well with everything. But, who knows? I haven't seen any of Patrick's stuff, or Austin's stuff, since he left. I haven't watched any Waypoint. Really. There's a lot of very personality-driven gaming outlets out there now. It kind of seems like a lot of the places are kind of shifting to that. Like IGN, which was never super personality-driven to me anyway. Maybe it always was, and I never paid attention. But IGN always just felt like a faceless corporate website, and now they're trying to push like, no, here's our new Let's Play series with our quirky new editors. GameSpot is picking up on that, I think, a lot more, although I guess it always kind of was like that with On the Spot. You know, there's the Easy Allies stuff, which I never watched. I like game trailers, but I haven't really kept up since that fell apart. You know, I guess there's stuff at Polygon. Well, I think a lot of the case is that people just don't care about reviews anymore. You know, like they care about Metacritic scores or something, but I don't think people tend to typically read reviews all that much. I mean, I know I don't. If I see somebody playing a game and I think the game looks interesting, I'll buy it. It's not, you know, like I have to sit and read what an editor thought of this game for a while, because it just doesn't seem as useful as just watching somebody play it for 20 minutes and then deciding, like, I know what I like. Do I think I like this? I don't know. Let's find out. So, in a way, I think YouTube does kind of supplant a lot of old norms in the gaming reviewing industry. Twitch too, I guess. Although, I guess Twitch has a similar thing with YouTube where everyone is just intentionally too over-the-top happy about everything. Especially if you get like free copies of stuff from a dev or whatever. Then it's kind of weird to say, I think this sucks. Like, especially if you don't have your own outlet and you're just like a big fan and they give you an early access copy of something. Doesn't seem like the world's best way to get, you know, an opinion of the product that's anything but positive. The problem with Bot Colony is that, like, midway into the stream, the developers came in, and that was really awkward because I was kind of trashing it. They also had to tell me how to beat a certain part of the game because it was just straight up broken. Like, one of the objects wasn't labeled correctly, and you would not have known how to beat it unless they told you how to beat it. About developers being trash. Oh, I was talking about Bot Colony, a voice-controlled game on Steam that I played, which wasn't very good. But while I was saying that it wasn't very good, the developers came in and it was kind of awkward. Is this a remix from the boat music? I never picked it up. It was. hey, look, I have to hit A with the perfect timing, with like half a second window between button presses so I don't screw it up, okay? It's very mentally taxing. You have no idea. I had 7 lives to start out with. Now I have 1. I think I beat the first level of Bot Colony. That's so Raven. Yeah, I didn't beat the airport level because the little Roomba bot I was controlling got stuck on a light. Which was my fault, mostly because I thought, oh, what happens if I drive this over here? The answer is it gets stuck and the game soft locks, so in case you ever play Bot Colony, just know that. Don't do that. Don't drive your Roomba over uneven surfaces, it will get stuck. Nope. Oops. Doing a bad job. Oh yeah, the suitcases with the bomb threat. And then they had the 3rd level in Bot Colony, but it didn't actually work. If you just loaded it up, the game crashed. I don't know why they didn't just blank out the 3rd level option. But whatever. I didn't make it. It's kind of a shame because they spent so much money on Bot Colony. I think the guy like remortgaged his house or something to afford it, and he had a series of books on Amazon that he was trying to sell with like the Bot Colony universe. And it just went nowhere. It was a dark period in your life where you missed a ton of Tim streams. Sorry. Hope it's better now. Oh my god! No! It was late laptop era. It was. I remember Bot Colony running really badly, frame rate wise. Oh. Ah! Ow. Man, I got bad at this. Well, the internet seems to work now. Guess that's good. Maybe Skate isn't actually that good. I'm gonna have recurring nightmares of still being in school. Man, I've been like super stressed out about a bunch of stuff lately, and it's just been constant bad dream after bad dream about everything grad school related. It's driving me nuts. Ow. The hell is that? There are 8 stages. Also, I hope my speakers aren't doing nothing again. I don't know what that was. Sorry about that. At least they made the water in this one look way better than the first game. First game I never knew if it was water or just like a bush blowing in the breeze. It's a fan remake of this game that's like a Streets of Rage engine. Do you mean Beats of Rage or Streets of Rage remake? Ow. Streets of Rage 2 is the best beat-em-up of all time, period. Argue with me, you can't. The only thing better than Streets of Rage 2 might be Streets of Rage Remake. Because it just has so much more content. But if we're going by official games, this one's the best. Oops. I never got into Final Fight. I played Final Fight CD. That's kinda it. Halo's the best beat 'em up. They have that new Halo mod that came out that apparently makes it slightly better. The improvements didn't seem all that useful, unless you're like a stickler for nicer frame rate. But I always thought it was fine. Maybe I'll play Streets of Rage, or Final Fight 2, which I haven't played before. Blar. I mean, if I want to have an unbiased opinion, I probably should play the other games. Just the Sega kid, what can I tell you? Oop. I don't even know if I have a SNES emulator set up on this. I guess there's RetroArch. But that's it. Oh, the people on the bikes have weather names. The really large guys that breathe fire sort of have food names, or are called like Balloon or something. I really shouldn't have eaten that turkey. Is Final Fight 2 the one where you could play as a girl, or is that 3? Because I don't think you could in 1. I think 1 is just Cody Guy and Hagar. Oops. Man, I'm doing a bad job. Streets up. No, wait, no. Final Fight 2 ROM. Oh, is that an arcade game? I thought Final Fight 2 was a SNES exclusive. Maybe that was 3. Come on, download. Why are you doing this to me? LoveRoms.com. The problem with Streets of Rage 3 is that it's just hard. The American version. The Japanese version is a fairly decent difficulty, but the American one is like ridiculously brutal. Especially toward the end where you have to go and rescue the chief of police in a very specific time limit. The time limit's the same between the American and Japanese versions, fine, whatever. But the problem is the enemies have a lot more health, so you end up fighting them a lot longer, and the time you have is not as useful because you end up wasting more of it. Also, I could use the bathroom. Be right back. Yo, I did it. Alright, I'll be right back. Hang on. It's important to stay hydrated. I just finished Streets of Rage 2, or finished dying in Streets of Rage 2. That's me, call me, Gotta get the hidden one-ups. I did! Play Alien Storm. Oh, I keep mixing that up with Alien Crush. That's that pinball game on the TurboGrafx, right? I was gonna try... Retro Arc. Oh, wait. There it is. I was gonna try Final Fight 2. See how that is. Never played it. Just Final Fight CD, which has got some real quality voice acting. There we go. That's not what SNES games look like. It's kind of neat. Sort of. Turd the Destruction, Emad Gear Gang, Medi slowly returned Romal, D and Jessica went vacation to get... Oh, Ggur Russell returned, me continued Metro City, we're grouping. Game over, Return of Ganon. Knock, 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 knock. Okay, shaders. Just normal, I guess. That's not normal. Mike Ggur, that's his name. I don't know what the default shader is just called. I like the composite one, but I haven't played this before, so I kind of want to see what it looked like sans anything. That is the most convincing composite filter I've ever seen. Usually, like, old TV filters look god-awful, but this is pretty good. Oh, I thought this was one person's name. His name is Hagar Mackie Carlos. I only crop this down. Auto crop. Oh, there's no dash. Oh, wait, that's jump. Wait, can I change the controls on this? This is not at all like Streets of Rage. C has to be jump, not B. Attack. Extra joy. Yes, please. Oh, they just have two buttons. Attack. B. No, wait. I don't know what button that is. What's the bottom button on... Wait, no, that's B. What's the... A? B. So, on a PlayStation controller, X at the bottom is B on an SNES controller, and circle on the right is A. Right? I think that's about right. Glad they let you change it. I don't know what L and R do, if anything. I guess nothing. Eh. It's alright, I guess. It doesn't have dashing functionality. Is this the one that has Street Fighter moves in it? Or is that 3? This feels a lot more basic than Streets of Rage 2. Or even Streets of Rage 1. Can you jump over the people when you grab them in a headlock? No. This feels a lot more like arcadey in the kind of simplified way. I don't know if I'm on an SNES beat-em-up kick as much as I just wanted to try this. Let's see how it stacked up. Not... I don't know. It's okay. It's not really grabbing me. Everything feels very stripped down. Have I ever played the D&D beat-em-ups? Is that Dungeons and Dragons or Double Dragon? Doubles and Dragons. Oh wait, that's right. I keep expecting to hit A for the special attack, and there isn't one. No, I haven't played any... Stop that. Any SNES, or any Dungeons and Dragons, anything. Except for, like, Dungeons and Dragons in Scout Camp. And that was it. This kind of reminds me a lot of that Sailor Moon arcade game I was playing. Except with, like, marginally fewer panty shots. Marginally. That's what Dragon's Crown's based off of. Was that game with the really exaggerated character designs? They all kind of blend together after a while. Alright. Oh, I have a thingy. Whee! Breakdance move. Yeah. I'm happy to know that it's not just brand loyalty that keeps me preferring Streets of Rage, but that Streets of Rage is actually a better game than this. I didn't have an SNES growing up, and as a result I kind of missed out on everything on it. So that's sort of like a big unknown frontier I never explored. In terms of games that are on it. No, I never played Turtles in Time. Or maybe I did a little bit. I wasn't really into Ninja Turtles, so I never watched the show. So I never had any reason to play the game. I didn't play the Hyperstone Heist on Genesis either. There you go. Man, I had a Genesis, or I had a Nomad, which was the portable Genesis. I remember when a friend and I were waiting for the midnight launch of the Wii at Walmart or at Target somewhere, I don't remember. I brought that thing. God. The battery was not good. 6 AA batteries and you get like 2 hours on it, tops. And 2's being really generous. Usually it's like an hour. You still have yours. Is the AC socket on yours good? Or did the solder on that crack and you can only have it work at certain angles? I'm not sure if that's a really common problem, but mine has that issue, and the only other one I've ever seen also had that issue. I took it apart to try to reflow the solder, but it doesn't work all that well. I don't know what kind of solder they used, but for whatever reason, it just does not seem to take. Well, this has got that old Streets of Rage style health bar for the bosses, where it kind of changes color before it actually starts going down. Which I never thought was very good, because you never know how much damage you're doing. Like, why not just give them a health bar and a half? Why just make it, here's a full health bar and then, like, random gradations of color in terms of health? One day I'd like to get into SNES stuff, just to see what it was. Man, look at this game! There's not even one layer of parallax scrolling. What a piece of trash. The final fight is about to begin. I doubt it, that was only level 1. I walked to France after being in China for a bit. Man, the Nomad was radical, except it had a passive matrix LCD screen, so when you're playing Sonic, the whole thing just smears into a blurry mess. I don't know what it is either, but the Nomad, no matter what I did, would always delete my save data for Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Maybe the 2 cartridges never sat right in the cartridge slot, but like, it was never reliable for that. It's just super disappointing. What? That's a really long unpause time. Gotta wait for that. God, all the enemies in this are really short. Considering my character's supposed to be 5'4". Maybe that's a commentary on French people. Oh, I never had a 32X. I could play Knuckles Chaotix on the original hardware. Game collection seems like a really dangerous trap. Because I think it'd be cool to have just a shelf of a whole bunch of games, but then it's incredibly expensive. And I don't have any space for it, and I don't have any time for it. Can I somehow just have a life where people give me money to do things I enjoy? I guess that's called winning the lottery. Oh, I don't think the prices on the 32X are all that crazy. I don't think there's really any demand for the 32X. You know, it's not like the Saturn or something. Because Saturn stuff is expensive because there are good games on the Saturn, or specific versions of games on the Saturn that are best there, like some Capcom fighting games, or, you know, the sequel to Panzer Dragoon. But there's not really anything on the 32X. There's Tempo, which is okay. The weird thing about Tempo is that most of the game is rendered on the Genesis, which I didn't know because it looks pretty good. All the sprite work is really nice, but all that is rendered just with the Genesis, and only the wacky backgrounds are on the 32X, which the game could totally do without and be no worse off for not having. Because if anything, they're just sort of distracting, like a background on a DDR match. Oh yeah, there is Doom on it, but I forget. What's wrong with that version of Doom? Man, this does not look like a swing. It just looks like I'm poking people. Is that the version of Doom that has no music? No, wait. No, the one with no music's the Jaguar, I think, right? Yeah, it has the smaller window, and I think the sound is Genesis-y, but... Alright, never mind. I read an interesting article on the development of Doom for the Jaguar, I think, a while ago. Apparently it was not easy to make run. It's been a few years since I read it, though. Is that a gun? Oh, it's a Tonfa, apparently. Or maybe that's his name, I don't know. This game's really not all that great. Fine, but it's just super mindless. What did the Jaguar run on a 68K? I know in the Genesis, especially in Europe, you ended up getting a lot of weird ports that were just like ZX Spectrum games or Commodore 64 games, just sort of made to look slightly nicer. Maybe it wasn't the Spectrum, I don't know what that thing used processor-wise. There are a lot of very Commodore 64 looking ports on the Genesis because they had similar processor architectures. Really nothing of interest on the Jaguar that wasn't done elsewhere better, is there? Oh wait, no, there's Tempest. And that's it. Or Tempest 2000. The 3DO had The Need for Speed, the first one. Road and Track presents The Need for Speed. Man, I'm doing a real bad job. Wait, what? I like how you don't even save her when it continues. She's drowning, but now she's happy about it. Hit the continue button and she accepts death. You know, I'm gonna see Giant Bomb do a segment on Nuon games. Although I guess there's only like 4 of them. On the subject of Tempest. Nuon being some weird, like, hardware thing that was supposed to be built into DVD players. That was somewhere between, like, a PS1 and a PS2 in terms of horsepower. I think. And it never really took off. Okay, here's the question. What is DivX? I see the logo on everything. I remember seeing it on all sorts of DVD players, but it never seemed to have any relevance at all. Like, it's a container format for video, I guess, but what is it? I don't think I've ever needed to use it. I always end up having it installed on a computer somehow. Somehow the DivX codec just ends up there. but why do you need that? Why do DVD players have that? Is it so you can burn your own DVDs? And I don't know. Physical DivX was a different thing than the codec. Oh, okay. Ow. There's a rental DVD that would stop working after 48 hours. Man, DRM sucks. I guess that kind of was a thing around that time, where all the big movie/music studios are trying to prevent piracy. You know, trying to stop CD copying, ripping, whatever. There's a segment on Tecmo, when the digital audio tape came out, people were worried about having like one-to-one recreations of albums copied between players, and they tried to implement all this wacky copy protection that just ended up hobbling the product. Great. Is that my last life? No, okay. This is one of those games where 1 is not the last, it's 0. Man, when I got a computer with 2 CD-ROM drives, one readable, or one read, one for reading and one for writing, I felt like the king of the world. It's like, yeah, give me a CD. I'll make you a copy. He needs to have the guy come in and be like, oh my car. Oh, what's that? World's tiniest landmines. This game isn't really that great. It's just very dumb. No, I haven't played Third Strike in a while. I'm not good at fighting games at all. I wish I were, but I don't really feel like putting in the time to be good at them. I was just thinking of Fightcade the other day, though. Not sure if I even have it on this computer. Should play Metal Slug. That's not a beat 'em up. Ow. Great, thanks. Oh yeah, does anybody know what this is? On the subject of Streets of Rage, kind of. I remember seeing a screenshot of "Only trust your fists, police will never help you." But I don't know what it's from. I mean, it looks like some arcade game, but it, I never found what this is actually from. Just thought about this the other day. Or just now, actually. Other day as in today. No, it is Streets of Rage. I just don't know what version. It wasn't in any of the home versions. It looks like Streets of Rage 2, kind of, but the police car wasn't in Streets of Rage 2. So I don't know what this is from. Link says 3D Streets of Rage 2? Where? I don't think there was an arcade version of Streets of Rage 2, though. I'm pretty sure there wasn't. It's just Genesis. Oh no, there was an arcade version. Really? I had no idea. It's probably the same. It's on like Sega System 16 hardware. Streets of Rage 1 on the arcade? Nah, this isn't it. Platforms. Not arcade. Just Xbox Live Arcade. What is this? Well, that's just the Genesis version. Yeah, I have no clue what this is from. Does anybody say where this is? No.
Alright, we're I paid this dude $150 to stand in front of me in the corner.
Maybe this is... from Beats of Rage? I don't know. Had the feedback out with the last stream. I think 2 people replied to the Reddit post. I don't know. It was alright, I guess. Not the biggest fan. A lot of those games were kind of bad, which I guess you probably should have expected because I didn't play them for a reason. What is this from? Yeah. It's not. I have no idea. If you find what it's from, I'd love to know. Everyone just says, oh, it's Streets of Rage, but it isn't really, unless it's some weird version of Streets of Rage 2 that I do not know. Oh no, you can't say meme. Far too many enemies in this just have attacks where they hit you with their chest. I don't think it's a joke. I mean, it's animated. It looks like a game. This is not good music. Oh man, I got a tendon. Animation. Is it gonna come up with the boss later on? just really mediocre. Oh no, my bones. This is certainly a game. Anyone have anything interesting to add about this? Cool, me too. The TV effect looks good. Thanks. It means a lot. Oh god, this level just goes! I'm the only one who can stop the mediocrity. I'm waiting to die. That's the thing. I think this is my last continue. I could play more Danganronpa 2. I kind of want to get some work done, but I'm so lazy. It's like I put in 1 billion hours at work last week, and now I just don't want to put in any extra effort. It's like, yeah, I could work at home and get stuff done, but I could also not. I didn't mean it in that context this time. When's the next stream? I don't know. I don't plan anything in advance, and it shows. Man, all the bosses in this are just weird Frankenstein's mutants, giant shins. They're not cool bosses. The man on a jetpack. Did I ever look into Scrapland? I don't think so. Oh god, I have 4 continues! Nope, I'm done. What? She's fine. Still breathe through her nose. What was that game that was... game? That game that looked like Vice City but with Minecraft. Oh, I'm not even logged into Steam. Hot beats. I didn't kill her, society killed her. What caught my eye so much about it? It looks bad, and also I really like Vice City. Oh, that's it? I was gonna play the whole track. Let's see... Did I add it to my wish list? I don't know if I could. Wish list. Sherlock Holmes, Barbie, School Sim, Morph Girl, Concrete and Steel, Crash Time, Red League, Why do I have NASCAR on my wish list? Maybe I just wanted to drive backwards and kill everybody. Monopoly Plus. I like if they have Monopoly on this with a future release date, like we're all going to be looking forward to another release of Monopoly, you know, because the game changed a lot. Oh no, my frames. Why? What happened? Why is my bitrate less than 100? Man, this internet sucks. No. Oh, that's okay. Oh, maybe it's back. Here it is. Block Warriors. You have this whole city called Voltorn City, not Voltron City. Voltorn. Oh, hey, it's $2. $2. In that case, how could I say no?
I don't get what I want, I get what I need.
Cubic
Every single day I'm
style.
heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't
Is
give
this
a damn if
Eminem?
you all listening to me, 'cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it. I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest. I'm just doing everything I promise, 'cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and I know I'm not the largest, but I promise that I'ma be the one that work the hardest, 'cause I promise that I'm just getting started. And I promise you, once this is over, so I'ma get started. Can't be guarded. Nah, I'm the one to get retarded. Get the party started. Yeah, get the party started. Yeah, so let me get up on it. Yeah, bitch, you got me fucked up. I don't know what's up. Pour that shit in my cup. We about to turn up.
Is this the soundtrack?
Sounds like we're sold out in front of a whole crowd. We just control now. Take this shit too personally. Everybody got a different version of me.
Man, this looks real good.
Learn it from me. Everybody wanna be working with me, and I feel like there's uncertainty and urgency to find out what you wanna be. But
Look at her face.
constantly, so stop and breathe and find out who you wanna be.
They can't even record their own gameplay footage without it running at half the speed. It just says VCPD. Like, this is just a Vice City ripoff, but Minecraft. This looks great. Give me this. I need to play this. I will stream this on the real channel, I guess. The trailer is 7 minutes.
I'm heading off to my
Sport car. Oh no, my bitrate.
200 grand later and we're not even working. Student loans worth more than what we're earning. Best lesson I learned is to keep on searching. Find your true passion and get to work. And better take action or you end up serving. Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh no.
So you better clean up your act. So you better raise up a sack. And tell the world they can suck on that. Don't come back, pack your bags. You take a trip and don't relax. You hit the switch and just attack. You find your niche and make some racks. Don't hold back. Everybody wake up.
Well, that's a problem.
With the life you made up. It's time to trade up. Live the life you want now. A life you don't doubt. I could give a fuck how. Just get your grit out. Wake up, wake
In case
up.
you're wondering
Life is a blur. Everyone's got an opinion,
why I
so
can't
which
stream,
one you
here's the
prefer?
answer.
'Cause I'll give you one that's coming from an entrepreneur. Don't
Stop
give
playing
up
I actually
on
want to play
what
this.
you deserve.
Downloading. What if I turn that off? Does the bitrate come back? Oh yeah. It does. Let's kill it! Yeah. Oops, that was my phone. Two minutes. I'm gonna die. Can throttle my Steam download. I'll just wait for it to finish. 3 minutes. I'm gonna die.
It's time to break up with failure ain't an option, so I'd be cautious. I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop this, work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit, no, because I want this. Don't try to stop me, failure ain't an option, so I'd be cautious. I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop this, work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit, no, because I want this. Don't try to stop me now. Don't try to stop this, work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit, no, because I want this. Don't try to stop me now.
Drop it like
Did it fit? Oh, it did. $2. Yeah, why not? It's not dropping as badly. Oh, it's still going down. Man, this sucks. I don't know why it is doing this. It's not even downloading anything. Drop frames detected. Blah, blah, blah. Is it? I mean, it's maybe marginally more stable, but I wouldn't call it good. Yeah, have an audio-only screen, or audio-only stream. Describe what you're seeing. A quality video game. Man. Oh, my drop frames. Why do I keep getting... You know, I wonder how effective all these Twitter bots are that just mention you or like you. That are just like a profile of a half-naked lady. But you look at the tweets and they're all just like totally incomprehensible. I just gawked at Twitter and this is all I'm seeing. Like, I don't even know what that means. Want vulgar young man? Check my pinned post. Like, okay. It's just a lady. She even has clothing on. I want a hashtag hot hashtag night. Boys like you. My figure? Find my pinned post. I can't. It's lost. Well, I don't know. It was stable for so long, and now it isn't. Yeah, vulgar young man. It's like that Billy Joel song. Not 100% of my frames are worth watching anyway. That's what you think. They're all worth watching. Even the bad ones. See, you don't know what you're missing out on until you don't see it. Is there a new SpongeBob intro? Oh, good. Oh man, this doesn't load at all. Awesome. Oh, it's fake. I guess that's something. That's enough of that, I think. Is my internet back yet? Why is it so bad? I guess I can make the bitrate really, really low. I was hoping it would have gotten better once the game finished downloading. I guess it didn't. Oh, now it's stable. Wait. No. 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 Kind of. I don't know if it's getting better. It looks like it is. I just opened up the menu to make it run slower. Or lower a bitrate. Yeah, no, it's crashing. Again. Man, this sucks. A lot. I'm really disappointed. I already restarted. I could do it again, it's probably not going to make a difference.